Imagine waking up in a jail cell, knowing you've been wrongfully imprisoned for nearly 3 decades. This is the story of Stephen Chaney. On September 16, 2015, Stephen Chaney awoke in his cell at the Dallas County Jail, transferred from the Wynn Unit where he spent 28 years. Convicted of the 1987 murder of John Sweek, Chaney's fate was sealed by bite mark evidence, despite having 9 alibi witnesses. The odds that the bite mark belonged to someone besides Chaney were 1 to a million, said a forensic odontologist. Later that day, a group of scientists, lawyers, and dentists gathered to discuss Chaney's case and the bite mark evidence. The Texas Forensic Science Commission, FSC, had received a complaint from the Innocence Project, challenging the validity of bite mark analysis. Bite mark evidence has been allowed in U.S. courts since 1975, but studies show error rates as high as 64%. Chris Fabricant from the Innocence Project argued that bite mark evidence is entirely subjective and has led to 24 wrongful convictions. David Sen, a forensic dentist, defended bite mark analysis, claiming it is based on science and can sometimes exclude suspects. The FSC commissioners seem to side with the Innocence Project, questioning the reliability of bite mark evidence. The meeting was emotional, with forensic dentists defending their work passionately, acknowledging past mistakes. Forensic science methods, including bite mark analysis, were often created to aid law enforcement, not by scientists. The FSC has been modernizing these methods, investigating old cases, and bringing together courtroom adversaries to discuss forensic mistakes. The FSC has emerged as a leading forensic science policy group, aiming to stop convicting innocent people based on outdated science. Texas has been pioneering in forensic science reform, admired even by New York's Innocence Project. The FSC began in obscurity, nearly destroyed by its first case involving the Houston Police Department crime lab scandal. Created in 2005, the FSC's mission was to investigate professional negligence or misconduct in forensic analysis. The commission faced political attacks but persisted, eventually gaining funding and starting its work in 2008. The landmark 2009 report, Strengthening Forensic Science, called for a massive overhaul of forensic science in the justice system. The FSC's investigation into the Willingham arson case put it on the map, despite political interference from Governor Rick Perry. The commission's work was initially mired in politics, but it eventually established procedures and standards for forensic investigations. The FSC began reviewing old arson cases and improving training for arson investigators, collaborating with other agencies. The commission hosted forensic science roundtables, bringing together prosecutors, defense lawyers, and scientists to find solutions. The FSC's collaborative approach helped build trust among stakeholders, leading to significant reforms in forensic science. In 2013, the FSC's jurisdiction expanded, allowing it to investigate any forensic crime lab and discipline with valid complaints. The FSC's budget was doubled, and Texas led the country in criminal justice reforms, including the Michael Morton Act. The FSC took an active role in investigating hair comparison analysis and DNA mixture errors, addressing past mistakes. The Commission's proactive approach and willingness to admit errors have made it a model for forensic science reform. On October 12, 2015, Stephen Chaney was set free, his conviction thrown out due to the unreliability of bite mark evidence. At a subsequent FSC meeting, Chaney listened as experts debated the future of bite mark analysis, seeking justice for others. The FSC's work continues, driven by a commitment to scientific truth and the responsibility to correct forensic errors. "We have an obligation to get the science right," says Lynn Robitaille Garcia. "We're talking about people's freedom. It's an awesome responsibility."